Bro, stay behind the thing. Stay behind that. Come on, bro, that thing's doing 80. It'll clean you up. Hey guys, it's Emil here. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different from what I'm normally doing. We're going to be doing a trip report on Brightline. We'll be covering the full ride experience, and I'll be sure to give my thoughts at the end. Thank you for watching, and let's get started. So, Brightline, who is now known as Virgin Trains USA, is basically an express rail system in the United States. They are currently serving Miami and West Palm Beach with one stop in Fort Lauderdale, and they currently have plans to expand in Orlando. Now, to jump right into it, when I booked my ticket on the Brightline app, I immediately got my email with a complimentary booking code for parking. So for my one day that I was there, I got free parking in the garage. In the Select Lounge, which comes with getting a select ticket, there was a myriad of snacks and beverages available to me, whether it was alcohol, coffee, water, or even some juice. I had quite a few options to pick from, and I was very happy with the amenities that were offered. The seats were very comfortable. As you could see, there was even a model of a Virgin Atlantic 747 that kind of helps ring in the rebranding that's coming very soon. I had a small sack of just potato chips and some water, as I wasn't too hungry at the moment, but I made sure to hold some space for myself when I got onto the train. Other issues that I had to get taken care of, which thankfully wasn't a problem with Brightline staff, was I missed my initial train due to some traffic issues in downtown Miami, and they were able to rebook me on the following set of trains. Now, going through security was the easiest breeze ever. Like, it makes airport security feel like an eternity. I was through security in less than 3 minutes, and security is just an x-ray. No shoes need to be taken off. Now, in Select, there was only 3 passengers, including me, as this was the 12:40 p.m. departure northbound, and a few more joined us up in Fort Lauderdale on the way up. And before we departed, I heard that there was 37 passengers total on board, at least before departing Miami. I was seated in coach 1, seat number 1, which was one of the seats with the table that faces the opposite direction. So my seat was the only one on that far end of the coach that was facing the northbound direction, whereas everyone else's on that portion was in the opposite direction. The seat was honestly quite comfortable. I had no issues working the recliner, and I felt like the legroom was very generous for what I had paid for.
Good, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good, thank you. My name is Army. I'll be taking care of you. Can I offer you anything to drink? I have coffee, wine, beer.
Could I have a wine?
Welcome to Brightline.
I have a rosé.
Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with the information.
The food, for what I was given, was quite good. I enjoyed it. It was cheese, crackers, and 2 different kinds of salami, I think it was. I honestly enjoyed it. I think that for the length of the ride, it was more than enough to keep me satisfied, along with the gummy bears as well.
Pleasure, enjoy.
Now, the Wi-Fi on board was superb. As you can see here, the download speed was not necessarily the fastest out there, but the upload speed, which for like looking at social media and things like that, seemed to have worked out very well, in the sense that if like one wanted to make social media posts, it was going to upload very quickly. Now, one thing that makes this train very notable is its speed. Now, this app that I'm using, it was my first time using it, so I'm not sure how accurate in the sense of like the individual readings was, but as you could see in the video there, the train was easily holding 79, 80 miles an hour on the track. That's pretty much at speed for a majority of the way up. So As you can see on the log, the average for the full round trip was it pretty much looked like it held around 80, minus the 2 outliers there, and that was because of the fact that I forgot to stop recording when we got off the train in West Palm Beach before I made the return back. Both trains departed on time from both directions, and the northbound train arrived to West Palm Beach on time, whereas the southbound train, due to some track work, was about 10 minutes late. But I wasn't really that upset, as I was just going back home for dinner after this. There was friendly staff on both ways of travel. On the southbound, I even had this woman who told me to look out for art on the way back into Miami, and there was also the shipyard that you can see here that she wanted me to look out for, as it's on both sides of this river that the train crosses over. I was a little bummed out on the ride because of the fact that I always enjoy hearing the whistle get blown quite a bit when we're rolling on the rails, but because of a lot of the quiet zone restrictions on the track down south, you really didn't hear the train blow the horn that often during our ride. The cost for my select ticket was $27, and then my smart ticket was $15. As you can see here, this is the menu that would be available to passengers that are sitting in the smart class. To start the wrap up, I think that a couple of suggestions that I have for Brightline would be on the food. The current snacks are sufficient for the length of the ride, but when the Orlando service comes around, something a bit more filling will be necessary for the proposed 3-hour train ride. For the gift shop, I'd say make it available online. I had to buy a shirt size larger than normal because both Miami and West Palm Beach were out of adult large. My final thoughts, I'd have to say that overall, I have to give my experience 4 out of 5 stars. I'm very happy to have given this service a try and would do it once again. I have nothing but excitement for when the Orlando service gets started in the coming future. Riding in either class for longer periods of time feels like it would be quite refreshing and comfortable. What the price for this length of time with the service will be, who knows? I will say this though, I'll be certainly riding with Brightline again soon. Last thing I wanted to make was a quick shout out to trip reporters Jeb Brooks at greenergrass.com and Paul Lucas, Paul's Winging It. I'll link both of their channels in the description. I loved getting to make this trip report, and I can see why you guys do it so much. I definitely hope to do more of these in the future.